Good afternoon. Many of you know me. For those of you who don't, I'm Bob Zimmer. I'm president of the University of Chicago. And it's wonderful to see you all here today on what I believe is a very exciting moment for the Harris School. The Harris School is at a very exciting moment in general, with, I would say, a great deal of momentum, planning, and execution on the way about just how much the Harris School can accomplish in terms of its research, in terms of educating leaders for public policy, and in terms of its impact on the world. A lot of this energy and momentum is due to the fact that our new dean, Daniel Diermeyer, has brought tremendous energy to this task and has brought tremendous strategy and a drive for achievement to this task. But I'm not here today to announce that fact, which I hope you already know and can feel that energy. What I am here today to announce is two extraordinary gifts that are going to have a major impact on the capacity of the Harris School. And these gifts total $32.5 million. They're $20 million of Dennis and Connie Keller's campaign gift will come to the Harris School. King Harris is adding $12.5 million to this, and with this $32.5 million gift, the Harris School will be enabled not only to continue to develop its programs of research, education, and impact, but in fact to move to a great new facility. This facility has been talked about for some time. We've all wanted it for some time, but with these gifts, it's now going to happen. And this will be in a beautiful renovation of a building down the block, the building that looks like the Kennedy Center. I think you know which building I'm talking about, because it was in fact designed by Edward Durell Stone, who's the same person who in fact designed the Kennedy Center. In honor of Dennis's generosity and Connie's generosity, this building will be named the Keller Center. So we will see in a few years the Harris School in a new home of the Keller Center. So that is a great moment. Now these wonderful gifts continue in a tradition of very important gifts to the Harris School. And of course, I do want to mention at this particular moment the gift of Irving Harris and Irving's wife, Joan Harris. Joan is here today. Where is Joan? Here is Joan. And this, of course, provided a key and important foundation for the school and has done so for many years. So you're going to hear from a number of people. You're going to hear from your dean. You're going to hear from Dennis. You're going to hear from King. But first, you're going to hear from somebody who is a key partner for Daniel Diermeyer in the evolution and development of the school, as he is for every dean at the university, our provost, Eric Isaacs.
Thank you, Bob. As most of you know, last week we launched our fundraising campaign, the public phase of that fundraising campaign, which is really designed to support the intellectual and educational ambitions articulated by our faculty and our academic leadership. And those initiatives all have some really key traits. First of all, as is so common at the university, those are very ambitious ideas. Secondly, they rely on intellectual rigor, the deep rigor that's so characteristic and has always been transformative here at the University of Chicago, and they all address key and important questions. They also often span multi-disciplines. They span disciplines that occur here in the Harris School, but also across the campus, in business, in science, in computation, energy, et cetera, across the whole campus. And also, more than ever now at the University of Chicago, these ideas, these fundamental scholarship ideas, are being transformed into new types of goals that have an impact on the world, that have an impact around the globe, in cities, in energy, and sustainability. And Chicago Harris in particular plays a very important component, a very important role in this shared agenda across campus. The devotion here, all of yours, the students, the faculty, your devotion to this research really produces evidence-based solutions that are so distinctive of the university's tradition and so distinctive of who we are today. Harris faculty and students are regular collaborators with their peers and other schools and divisions, as well as partners outside the institution. And also your work is making a deep impact on the city of Chicago, on regions as close as Gary, but also as distant in cities such as Delhi and Mumbai in India. President Zimmer has talked about number of occasions about how universities in general and University of Chicago in particular constantly renew ourselves. And one way, of course, we do that is today by this announcement through new facilities like the Keller Center. And the other way we do this, the other way we renew our community here at the university is every year when students come. Many of you just arriving this year, it really renews who we are. The arrival of students, the arrival of new scholars and faculty, but also the arrival of leaders who add new approaches, new ideas, new ways of thinking about solving the major problems of our time. And this fall, as Bob Zimmer has already mentioned, this fall we are really pleased to welcome one such newcomer, someone who's really changing the way we think about things, and that's our next speaker is Dean Daniel Diermeyer. It is largely because of his vision and the vision and generosity of King Harris and the Keller family that we are able to stand here today. And with this, I want to introduce our Dean of the Harris School, Daniel Diermeyer.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Bob. It's only a few months ago when Ariella and I experienced a warm welcome here at the school, and today I'm delighted to be part of this historic occasion. I want to thank Dennis and Connie for their generosity. I want to thank King Harris and his family for the generosity. This is an incredible moment for us here at the school. We've waited for this for a long time. It's a wonderful day for us. Thank you. These game-changing gifts come at an important junction for us. As you know, this year we celebrate 25 years as a graduate school. This anniversary has inspired us both to look back to our origins and look back to look forward to the future about the next steps we want to take. In 1988, it was a generous gift by Irving and Joan Harris that enabled the creation of our graduate school of public policy. It was the critical piece that made it possible for a committed group of scholars here at the University of Chicago to realize the dream of having an evidence-based quantitative approach to public policy. The importance of the Harris's founding gifts and the continued support by Joan and the Irving Harris Foundation is a proof of the profound impact that philanthropy and the passion for public service can have on our school. Thank you, Joan. Since then, we have achieved a lot, but there's much more to be done. Today's gifts will help us to advance our mission as the preeminent source of evidence-based scholarship, leadership, and education in an ever-changing and ever-challenging policy landscape. When I was first appointed Dean of Chicago Harris this summer, I had the pleasure of sitting down individually with several key supporters and a lot of students and a lot of faculty and a lot of members of our staff to learn about what the school and what this place is all about. Those included Joan, those included Dan Levin, and Dan, I want to thank you for all your support over the years and for the best breakfast in town. To King Harris and to Dennis Keller, all of which are here today to join in our celebration of this very special day. I was very impressed, deeply impressed by their commitment to the school and the focus on evidence-based policymaking. It is supporters like that that make it possible for us to reach our ambitious goals. As a matter of fact, my very first meeting after being appointed was a lovely lunch with Dennis Keller, where we were sitting out there in the sun overlooking Chicago. It was there that our journey began. I could not be more pleased that our wonderful new home will bear the name of the Keller Center. Thank you, Dennis. But this is not all. King Harris, chairman of Harris Holdings and a longtime friend of the school, through his family foundation, has pledged an additional $10 million for the new building and $2.5 million in addition to that for the school's new strategic 2x20 fund that is intended to help us develop ours and move forward our ambitious strategic plan and create the next chapter in the history of the school. King has been a tremendous, tireless supporter over the years. I truly appreciate the way he and his wife, Karen, welcomed me to the Chicago Harris community. Thank you, King. Dennis and King, thank you. Years from now, we will look back on this day as a transformative moment in the history of the school. 25 years after our founding, we find ourselves at another pivotal moment. Rigor and relevance remain our compass point, but our aspirations for the school continue to rise. Our momentum is building, ideas abound. It's an exciting moment for the school, but we cannot achieve our goals without our wonderful, generous, and committed supporters assembled here with us to celebrate this day. Thank you very much for all your help, for all your support, and it's now my pleasure to introduce Dennis Keller and ask him to say a few words. Dennis.
Hello. This is a good day. I am just so happy to be here on this day and to be part of this day. And I have a few things, not long, but a few things to say. One is that I have felt very connected to this university for almost 70 years. My mother was an undergraduate here in the 20s, and when I was quite small, she made sure every now and then I got on the campus of the University of Chicago. So it was just natural then that when I got ready to go to business school, it was GSB, which is now Booth, as you all probably know. But not only that, Connie and I have 3 boys and 3 spectacular daughters-in-law, and among those 6, there are 4 graduate degrees from the University of Chicago, including Booth and the law school and SSA. So we're a Chicago family. I think this school, and I came to this conclusion over a long period of time because the president and others have been nice enough to let me stay on the board for quite a few years. And so I've been watching for quite a few years. And it came in the last year or two, it really has come strongly to my understanding that the Harris School is what I call an under-burnished jewel of this university. It's wonderful, and there's so many wonderful parts of the university, and it's only 25 years old, and it's been developing and developing, but it just came to me as I was thinking about the new campaign that we just announced, and we had in a silent phase until last week. It came to me that it could possibly be a real candidate for burnishing, for talking to my friend King and working out together how we could make possible some real burnishing of this jewel to make it all that it can be. The world needs what this place does. The world needs it so badly. Our own country needs it. We need statesmen and stateswomen, and not only ones who can truly analyze facts and create good recommendations for policy. I think we need ones who can implement that policy. We need real leaders, and so the need is enormous, and here is a source to fill that need. It's just very exciting. I think a robust and larger Harris School is going to help enormously in many ways in the world. So let's look forward to that. The facility is not the be-all and end-all anywhere, but it is really important. I learned this because Andy Alper and I co-chaired the campaign to raise the money to build the Booth School's new headquarters 10 years ago. And what has happened there has been magnificent. It's gone from greatest to, by many measures, from great to greatest by many measures in the last 10 years. It's spectacular. So I know that the same thing can happen here. The aspirations I think that we can all have for this place is that it will get a spectacular new home, it will grow in every way, and it will do more and more in terms of training statesmen, stateswomen, and leaders, and it will make all of us really thrilled and proud that we are very closely associated with it. So thank you, and let's go get them.
Thank you, Dennis. And now please welcome our longtime supporter, King Harris, to share a few thoughts with us.
I want to echo what Dennis said and start off by thanking all of you. If it weren't for you and the enormous talent that you collectively have, neither Dennis or I or Joan or Dan or any of us would have felt inclined to support this school. You know, we had an election yesterday, and it's great when one party or another wins or loses, but in the end, the people who take these jobs quickly find out that if they're going to succeed, they have to find people who can get the job done. As Dennis correctly said, we think that Harris School grads are going to play a key role in making that happen. One of the things that I take great pride in is I get involved with all kinds of governmental and not-for-profit organizations in the Chicago area. Increasingly, I am finding that the leaders, the people who are really making things happen in these organizations, are Harris School grads. I will bet you that in 5 years, all of you will be out there, and we'll have that many more people really getting the job done. And that is why we're really interested. Bob, I also want to thank the university. I hope you all realize that under Bob's leadership, this university has had an unprecedented commitment to its public policy program. They are going to help us build this building. They're contributing money to it. But even before that happened, they generously contributed money so that we could expand our faculty. And now under our terrific new dean, Daniel Diermeyer, we have, mark my word, as exciting a plan as this school could have. My jaw dropped when he sat and one day explained to me over lunch what he hoped to do. Because this is a very competitive dean, I want you to know. It is not enough to be just like the Kennedy School or the Woodrow Wilson School. For a lot of reasons, he believes, I believe, the university believes, we can have here the finest school of public policy in the world. I look at Bob Michael over here, and I think back to when I first got involved here. I think of people like Susan Mayer, Colma Murgate. Is Susan here? No? But I think of deans who all wanted this day to occur and worked hard to make it happen. And as we all said, we're thrilled that the day is here. I really look forward to watching Daniel implement a terrific new program. This is going to be the finest school of public policy in the world. So thank you.
Thank you, King. At the end of this wonderful celebration, let's raise our glass to Dennis and King and to the next era of Chicago Harris. 25 years from now, we will look back at this day, at a momentous day in the school's history. And Dennis and King, thank you on behalf of all the future policy leaders that your generous gift will help educate and inspire. Cheers.